Hello, my friends. My name is Garcian de Cruz, and I am a USPTA certified tennis professional at the Southern Village Club here in Chapel Hill. I'm excited to bring some tennis strategy and analysis online due to our current situation with the coronavirus. I hope everyone is staying safe and healthy. In today's video, we will analyze some simple serve strategies and how they are being used at the highest levels of the game to win easy points by creating space and opportunity. We will also be learning how to simplify the serve game so that you can employ these strategies to your own game as well as recognize them being used by your opponents. All of my students always ask me, how can I hit a fast serve? Well, speed doesn't necessarily correspond to good results. There are a lot of fast servers who don't have much success. As a tennis pro, one of the things I tell my students is that speed is fine, but accuracy is final. If you can have both, then great, but if you have to choose one, then speed isn't the answer. I want to illustrate my point with some statistics and analysis of professional players on the ATP Tour. I want you to take a focus on how fast these players' average first serve speeds are as well as their overall success on tour. I want to start with Ivo Karlovic, who has an average first serve speed of 131 miles per hour in the last year and has reached a career high ranking of world number 14. His best Grand Slam result was an appearance in the quarterfinals at Wimbledon.
15. He's really got a... Wow, that's his quickest.
Next, we move on to North Carolina native John Isner, with an average first serve speed of 127 miles per hour, reaching a career high ranking of world number 8 and a semi-finalist at Wimbledon in his best Grand Slam event.
15 love. 15.
Now we arrive at the bad boy of tennis, Nick Kyrgios, who has an average first serve speed of 127 miles per hour, reaching a career high ranking of world number 13 and a quarterfinalist at Wimbledon and the Australian Open in his best Grand Slam events.
3 tie-break sets in Miami. These big 3 have set differently.
Now we move on to the most successful of the top 5 servers, Milos Raonic, with an average first serve speed of 126 miles per hour, reaching a Grand Slam final at Wimbledon in 2016 and achieving a career high ranking of world number 3. We now move on to the youngest of the bunch, Riley Opelka, with an average first serve speed of 125 miles per hour, reaching a career high ranking of world number 31 and a third round finish at Wimbledon in his best Grand Slam event. That's a 145 mile per hour serve, by the way. The point that I wanted to illustrate with this is that serving fast doesn't necessarily mean good results. Out of all of those players, there was only one Grand Slam final appearance. We are now going to take a look at some of the most successful players still active on the tour today and see how fast their average first serve speeds were, as well as how successful they've been on tour. Let's first start off with Stan Wawrinka, who has an average first serve speed of 122 miles an hour and 3 Grand Slam titles to his name. Now we move on to Andy Murray, who also has 3 Grand Slam titles, achieving it with only a first serve average speed of 115 miles an hour. Yeah, I know that serve was 130 miles an hour.
Second match, Murray. This is still out.
Here we are at the youngest of the big 3, Novak Djokovic, with 17 Grand Slam titles to his name, achieving it with a first serve speed average of 119 miles an hour. Next, we move on to the right-handed left-hander, Rafael Nadal, with 19 Grand Slam titles to his name and an average first serve speed of 120 miles per hour.
There's a new man at the head of men's tennis, Rafael Nadal.
6-4, 6-7, 6-7, 9-7.
Of course, we conclude with Roger Federer, with 20 Grand Slam titles to his name and an average first serve speed of 116 miles per hour to achieve it.
Wimbledon Championship for Roger Federer, number 15 overall.
5-7, 7-6, 7-6,
History
3-6,
for Roger
16,
Federer.
14.
Respect.
My point here is that the fastest servers on the ATP Tour result in only one Grand Slam final appearance, whereas the most successful players on tour with considerably lower serve speeds account for 62 Grand Slam titles. Now we are going to be discussing the strategies that these successful players use in their serving to create more space and opportunity on the court. We are going to start with serving out wide. Serving out wide is a great way to open the court because it forces your opponent to return further off the court than they'd like. Once you create this space, you can come up to the net in a serve and volley play, or just simply hit the ball in the open court from the baseline, forcing your opponent to run side to side. Let's take one of these plays and pause it for a second so we can see how much space we can truly create with the serve. Now let's take a look at how effective a good serve out wide is. Notice how far off the court this serve has pushed Marin Cilic. Federer now has the ability to follow this serve up with a volley or just push the ball back into the open court, forcing Cilic to run for it. Remember, a good serve out wide is meant to open up the court for attack. Next we have serving down the center, also known as serving down the tee. This serve mixed in with your serves out wide is a great way to keep your opponent guessing and frustrated. Serving down the center allows you to reduce the angle of your opponent's return, causing weak returns and errors. And remember, a good serve down the middle is only deadly if mixed in with serves out wide. Lastly, we will be discussing the body serve. This is the serve that we all do not want to see when we are returning. The body serve is meant to take away time and space from your opponent. This serve creates a lot of errors and some easy to win points from bad returns. It is very hard as a returner to get your body in the correct position to return a body serve. Let's listen to Milos Raonic, one of the top servers on the ATP Tour, discuss utilizing body serves from his coach Carlos Moya, who now coaches world number 2 Rafael Nadal.
There was a little bit of analysis done during the match about your serves this year in 2016 and just how many more body serves you've been doing. Is that something you and Carlos have worked on, or is that just?
Yeah, it was definitely something Carlos brought to the table and said, I think you need to do this more. It gives my opponents, rather than 2 serves to worry about, gives them 3 serves to worry about, and then obviously with various spins, it just makes it a little bit more daunting and less predictable for the guys on the other side of the net.
We are now going to be taking a look at some of these serve strategies being used on the ATP Tour today. Here we are, championship point of the US Open. Rafael Nadal's 17th Grand Slam title about to be won. Watch how he utilizes the serve out wide, comes up to attack, puts away the easy volley, and wins a Grand Slam tournament.
Rafael Nadal is a US Open champion for a third
He sets the
time.
ball 6-3, 6-3, 6-4.
Two challenges remain.
Let's take a look at Roger Federer also utilizing the serve out wide against one of his greatest rivals, Rafael Nadal, in the 2008 Wimbledon final. Another example of the serve being used out wide is in this point. Watch how Nadal serves out wide to the left and then uses the next shot to move Roger to the right and then comes up to put away the final shot. The out wide serve is probably one of the most common 1-2 punches in professional tennis. Watch how Roger Federer serves out wide and uses the next shot to hit a winner into the open court.
Nadal is tight.
The serve and volley is one of the most common forms of the 1-2 punch. Watch how Federer serves, moves Djokovic off the court, and comes up to put away the easy volley. Here we can see Federer hit an uncomfortable body serve, follow it up with an amazing volley to the open court. The point I'm about to make here is speed. It was the point I was making earlier. Watch this serve pull Djokovic so far off the court, but this serve is under 100 miles an hour. I want you to really think about that.
What a second serve by Raj there.
Now here are some examples of serves down the middle or down the tee that have no return angle and lead to some easy points. See how there's no angle on this return? It's right down the middle, which gives Nadal all the time in the world to decide where he wants to go with this shot. Here are a few more examples of how serving down the middle or to the body will open up chances to win points. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you were able to learn something new. Please like this video and subscribe for more just like it. If you have any content you think we should cover, let us know in the comments below. That's all for now. See you guys in the next one.